hearing. And now I want to recognize Ranking Member Larsen for his opening statement.
Thank you, Chair Graves, for holding this hearing, and welcome back, Mr. Secretary, to answer questions and give us an update on DOT's progress as well as your budget. We have a large committee. We appreciate your time. Today, we're going to hear about how federal funds provided by Congress and distributed by the DOT, how those funds are building a cleaner and greener, safer, and more accessible transportation system. The BIL provides record funding for these infrastructure projects. States and local governments, tribes, transit agencies, rail, airports, ports, travelers, and workers all benefit from this investment. Thanks to BIL, 57,000 projects are underway in every congressional district across the country. The pace of grant making has been impressive. DOT has announced $318 billion in grants since the enactment of BIL. And the list is in the staff memo. I won't go through it all, but there are there are a lot of dollars out there being spent right now creating jobs. We're less than 3 years through a 5-year bill, which means there is more to come. And just this week, the department announced over $1.8 billion in rebuilding American infrastructure with sustainability and equity raise grants for 148 projects across the country, including the Port of Bellingham to modernize its shipping terminal in my district, and to the Tulalip tribes to improve road safety on and near their reservation. And this week, DOT is also announcing the availability of the remainder of BIL culvert grant programs, which my home state of Washington will be watching with great interest. Federal investment in Washington state and across the country means jobs. Jobs with good wages, benefits, and working conditions. And the impacts have been clear. In 2023, the highway construction industry added 2,800 jobs per month, the highest rate of job creation since the Bureau of Labor Stats began tracking the data. Congress directed investments in the BIL to reduce carbon pollution and improve safety and equity outcomes to our transportation system as well. And I applaud the DOT's efforts to implement these provisions to measure and reduce carbon pollution from transportation resources and to improve highway safety. Yet, transportation emissions continue to rise, and an epidemic of fatalities and injuries continue to plague our nation's roads. Addressing these priorities will continue to be a high priority for committee Democrats as we look forward to the reauthorization. On the FAA, as the chair noted, we passed a bill, had a strong bipartisan vote in the House and in the Senate. The legislation does a variety of things, including boosting airport project funding, advancing our leadership in aviation safety, and diversifying the aviation workforce. Provisions are now in the hands of DOT and, of course, the FAA, and we're eager to see the FAA turn these words into benefits for communities and aviation workers. Finally, I want to commend my fellow committee members, including Representative Amelia Sykes and Representative Chris DeLuzio, who led the charge to improve railway safety. Rail incidents and accidents continue to occur around the country, endangering people and communities. In fact, in 2023, there were approximately 1,500 train accidents. Just 2 days ago, the NTSB released its findings from the Norfolk Southern derailment in East Palestine and confirmed the urgent need to address rail safety. I urge this committee to take long overdue action on rail safety, so passengers and communities with rail in their backyards have a level of safety oversight and protection afforded to other modes of transportation. We're going to hear a lot about many topics today, Mr. Secretary, and we look forward to your answers. With that, I'll turn it back over to the chair and we get started on your testimony and member questions. And with that, I'll yield back.